Hello everyone, I'm here to share with you my DT projects for June for Shabbylishious on Zibbet, which is Lily's lovely store. And just before I get into it, just let me mention that Lily is having a celebration sale. It is on until the 4th of June and is 20% off the entire store, and that is celebrating her new DT team and her guest DTs. So yep, if you want to buy some lovely things from Lily's store, now's the time to do it. You get 20% off, and I will put the link in the description box below so you can pop on over. Okay, now my projects for the beginning of May are, I've made two different things using Lily's products. The first one I've made here is a snippet roll. I haven't done one of these for quite some time, and thought I would like to use up. I've got lots of little scraps left over from the projects I've been doing for Lily, and I thought it might be a nice way to sort of use them up. So of course I've used a wooden cotton reel here, and I'm quite sure Wendy sent me this cotton reel when we did our swap. I've used one of these metal pieces from Lily's store, and I've just bent it around so it goes around the curve of the snippet roll. One of her beautiful pearl flowers. Lots of seam binding, and I think Karen sent those for me. Thank you, Karen. And I will show you the back of it in a moment. Underneath I've used some lovely little doilies from Louisa. Thank you, Louisa. A beautiful pink shabby flower, and another metal piece from Lily's store. Also a bead cap from Lily's store, and my own little bit of bling in the center. And that is, oh, and a doily underneath from Louisa, just to finish the bottom off. So it's just held together with some seam binding, and there are 3 different color pinks in the seam binding to make it rather luxurious. I also have a little white pin in here just to hold it in place, makes it easier to keep it tidy. On the back of the snippet roll, I've used this beautiful lace from Lily's store. Underneath it there's another lace. Unfortunately I don't think I've got any left of it, so I can't really show you what it looked like, but this one here you can see. So that runs the whole length of the snippet roll. And inside I've used some of her pink things. I thought it would be nice to showcase some of her pinks, because she does have some pink things in there. And then I've just used lots of offcuts of lace and things to make it look pretty. So starting up this end around the edge, what I've done on the back, you can see the lace like I showed you. Then I've cut a piece of like a flower out of one of her laces. I'll just get it for you. I do have some, so sorry about that. This beautiful lace here. I love this lace. So I've just cut one of those double flowers out to attach it to the wooden cotton reel, which I left natural because I like it like that. I've put a little doodad there and a small pink one in the middle of it. A little bit of wedding applique from Lily's store there also, just to sort of, you know, let it all join together. And these are the last 2 pieces of both of these laces, and just enough to sit around that part of the cotton reel, so I got to use those. And then, as you can see, I've used this same lace on the background. I've used her Norwegian book paper in between all the laces, which I thought was nice because usually I do these out of fabric, and this one has paper in between, and I really like the way it turned out. It's very easy, no sewing involved, just all glued together. Little offcuts of lace from Lily's store, and lots of her little doodads, as you can see. There's her new little butterflies. I've placed a couple of those on here also. Her pink doodads, her love heart doodads, her music notes. How cute are they? These little love hearts, I made it to look like a butterfly, and her bead sprays like the antenna. And then at the end, the very last, well actually the other one was the very last piece. I made a little bow before that was the last piece of that gorgeous lace of Lily's there. and one of her rose appliques, also one of her metal filigree pieces underneath. And that's the inside of my Shabbylishious Snippet roll, and I think it turned out very, very pretty, and I'm quite pleased with it. I think it's a nice showcase of Lily's doodads and of her pink items. We also have the beautiful pink lace in places here also, which is a very, very lovely embroidered kind of lace that I will show you. Oh, this one here, it's absolutely gorgeous and very nice to cut up into pieces. So that's the first project I made, and I've made another little project as well, and this is more showcasing her peachy pink colours. This one's more the blue pinks and this one's the peachy pinks. So what I've made is a little needle book, but it's a different type of needle book than what I usually make. I usually make a soft needle book, at least half the size of this, and it's usually sewn. But this one's actually made out of a book. I will show you. Actually, this is not my idea. This is from a lady who has a blog, and the blog's name is, I think it's Shabbylishious, but I will definitely put this on the screen here now and a link below, because it is not my idea, it is her idea, and I really liked it. So what I've used is a small book, and I've taken the pages out of the center of it and I've just decorated it up. Unfortunately, I made a mistake on the back cover that I did something and I didn't like the way it looked, so I took it off. But as I took it off, I took part of the cover off, so I've had to put some book paper over the back. But I've got this, I've made it so it's rather shabby looking, which I think is quite pretty. So starting on the front, we have Lily's napkin, one of Lily's napkins of the lady, and that's placed over her psalm paper. I have offcuts of different laces just placed around like a frame, and as you can see, I just inked over that little flower so it wasn't quite so bright. Oh, I forgot to put a center. Okay, I need to put a little center on that one, so sorry about that. I changed that at the last minute and forgot to put the center in. Silly me. That flower is from Fiona. Thank you, Fiona. I just wanted to change the center of it, that's all. I've used this beautiful pink lace of Lily's, which I've used all of it, so I can't show you a full piece. This piece inside here is I've used all of that as well, but you can see there's two different laces there, and I left the mesh lace, I left part of it showing on the back because I liked that look. I've put some of the vintage velvet down the spine to give it a bit of sturdiness, and that is the front. I've also put tulle over the front, but I've ripped it open so you can actually see the lady, and it just sort of adds a little bit to the shabbiness. On the spine, I've just put a seam binding bow, and I've used some of Lily's beautiful net lace, cut it into strips and put that in it with it, and I'm very pleased with how that's turned out. Little paper flower here with a doodad flower, a couple of doodad flowers there. And then inside we have our little needle book, and I really love the size of it. This side is padded. I've just put, I've used the same concept that I use for my needle roll, which I will put a link to below as well. And I've just padded it, glued it to the book cover, and then covered it in a little bit of damask doily, or napkin actually it was. So I've cut that and glued that down there, ruffled up this beautiful lace from Lily's store, as you can see, and it ruffles up so nicely. And that's that page. That's for all your pins. And on this page I've used some more of the damask. I've used some offcuts that was left. I've had to sort of patch it together because there wasn't a lot left. and I've put that, and there are 3 pockets. There's a little lace pocket, so you wouldn't be putting sharp things in there. I'm just showing you that it's a pocket, so that's why I've got these things. That's a little lace pocket using 2 different types of lace. Then we have another pocket here, and that's a damask pocket, but it's also got some of the mesh lace over the top of it, as you can see. And then the last pocket up here has the different cream lace, and actually that's the lace that was on the back of the snippet roll. That was the last little piece. A little offcut at the top to finish it off, and you've got 3 little pockets there. So there we go. See, one there, and one there. And that is the little needle book that I've made. And I just thought it was, when I saw it on Pinterest, and I followed the link to the blog. And it's pretty much how she did it. I didn't change it up a lot at all, apart from the fact that I wanted to use Lily's products on this to showcase those. So I hope you like both of my projects today, ladies and gents, and do pay Lily's store a visit and enjoy the sale that she has on until the 4th of June. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Bye.